Hello, Boyd Shepherd here. Just wanted to say a few words about your considerations if you are selling or buying a practice. One of the initial questions that you have to answer is whether or not you want to get a dental broker involved. Getting a dental broker involved does have value if you are a seller and you have no potential buyer in mind. You don't have an associate in your practice who's ready to go as far as a practice within the practice and looking to buy in or buy your practice outright. Dental brokers tend to have access to the marketplace, other doctors, and doctors who are interested in being a buyer. However, if you have another dentist or associate already in mind that you want to look to as your potential buyer, or if you are the buyer, in all likelihood you're an associate of a practice where you've been affiliated for some time. In this situation, there's not much value in getting a broker involved. Getting a broker involved will entail signing a contract with that broker, a contract that will, in many cases, if not every case, have a provision where they are entitled to a percentage as their commission, regardless of whether or not they are actually doing the work for you by the time you close on the sale of your practice. In other words, let's say you're going along and the dental broker is not providing services to your satisfaction, they're not bringing you buyers, and you just want to terminate the agreement. Most of these broker agreements do have a provision that state that even if they are not on board with you for a period of time after terminating the agreement, if you sell your practice within a certain period of time relative to that termination, say within 12 months of the termination of the contract with the broker, if you sell your practice within that time, the broker is still entitled to that commission. So this is a paragraph you really want to look for if you're going to sign on with a broker. The other reason to not get on with a broker or to consider it is because of the percentage that they charge in the sale of a practice. Let's say you sell your practice for $1 million. Well, 10%, which is the average broker fee, is going to be $100,000. What services is the broker providing to justify that percentage level? Sellers can assess the value of their practice using their own financial advisors and themselves, knowing their practice without the need for a dental broker to get involved just to evaluate. And if a buyer wants to have a practice appraised, then you as the seller, if you're the seller, should insist on the buyer paying the broker's fee and making sure that you have it in writing that the broker will not be on board for the commission, but rather providing an appraisal only. So these are some of the considerations for deciding whether to have a broker or not have a broker in the transition or sale of your practice.